Hello. Hello, hello. I'm just getting the bot ready so that it can accept live alerts. All right, that should be set up. So I guess we will find out tonight. Hi. I got to get your comments up over here so I can see you. Give me 1 second. There it is. I'll see your comments in 1 second. Okay. There they are. Hi, Josh. Hi, Pat. Hi, babe. Okay. So I think I've got the bot running. So now when people type in live alerts or live, I should get that and they should get the correct message. So that's what I had to do over here on the computer. So hopefully that's all set now. All right. How's everybody tonight? I need to swipe this off of there. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Amy. The ribbon rack, the one over here behind me? No, that's it's a shoe rack that I got from Amazon. It doesn't hold shoes very well, but it holds ribbon really, really good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And let me show you the mesh I'm using. This is a pink and green, lime green, 21-inch fabric mesh. Yeah, it is cold, isn't it? I'm using a work frame tonight. I have a couple of them left, so I thought I'd use this one. Plus, I didn't have any ties that would go with my stuff tonight, so I had to use that one. So I need to get more pipe cleaners. This is my sign I'm using, and it says welcome. It's got 3 little bunnies, and it's in pink and like a lime green. The lime green doesn't seem to show up real good on the camera. So I'm using that. I got this from Personally Yours. She has an Etsy shop and she has a Facebook page. And I use a lot of her signs, so that's my sign. And then I've got my curls. I've got a lime green and a hot pink, because in the sign the edge is actually a hot pink and then the light pink is on the inside, like on their ears. Excuse me. And then my ruffles will be the light pink. And then I've got my ribbons. I have this pink and green. It's got a little bit of blue in there, but that's all right. Stripe. And then this pink with circles. I don't know if you can see those real well. I have a green with some bunnies. And then a pink and green with X's. And I'm sure there's probably names for these patterns, but I don't look to see what they are beforehand, so I just call them whatever they are. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with 12-inch poofs tonight instead of 10. And the reason I'm doing that is because this is a fabric mesh, so it's a not as stiff as what the other mesh is. So I'm hoping that maybe doing the little bit bigger, it'll fill it out and give it some structure. Hi Pamela, thank you so much for coming. And if y'all wouldn't mind sharing, I would appreciate that so much. My page is at 494 likes as of right now. My goal was to get to 500 in February, but obviously I didn't make it, so I'm gonna keep going for March. And my next goal is 1,000, and when I get 1,000 likes, I'm going to have a drawing, or not a drawing, but a giveaway. So the closer we get to that, I'll put out more information on it. Hi Kathy, how are you? And hopefully I've got the alert bot working correctly now that I've learned what the problem was. And if you don't already get alerts, you can type in the word alert in the comments, and you should get a message from the messenger or in your messenger. And if you type yes to that message, you should be signed up for alerts for when I go live. So if you guys, if there's somebody that hasn't done it, hi Lisa, hasn't done it already, if you wouldn't give it a try and let me know if it works for you tonight, I'm really hoping. And I gotta take my rings off because they're sliding all over the place. When it gets cold, my hands or fingers seem to shrink. Oops. And my rings slide all over. Makes it hard to work. Relaxing on your day off. Well, that's good. That's what you should do on your day off. Enjoy some downtime and some me time, right? Alright, and this frame is a 14-inch work frame. I got this during a sale that one of the places where I buy supplies had it Black Friday, and they had a buy one get one free. Hi Deb, how are you? And so this is where some of these work frames come from. This one's a little different. It's a little bit smaller, and it only has the 3 rings, and the tips are like almost like a plastic. I don't know, strange, but we're using it. Well, hello from Texas. How are you? Hi, Joanne. I am making 12-inch poofs with this, it's a fabric mesh. So it's not quite as stiff as what the other mesh is, but it goes perfectly with my sign. They're 12 inches. I'm doing 12 inches tonight. I usually do 10, but this is a little thinner, so I'm going to do 12. Hi, Avanel. How are you? Thank you for joining me. I was telling everybody that I think I've got the alert bot working correctly. So if you don't currently get a message from me when I go live in your messenger, if you want to sign up for that, you just type in the word live on here on the comments. And then you should get a message in your Facebook Messenger, and then you just type yes to that message, and you should be all signed up. And if you would let me know if that works for you, I would really appreciate it, because I'm hoping tonight it's working. Thank you for sharing. My page is at 494 likes as of tonight. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Let me know if you get a message in your messenger, okay? It may take a few minutes, but you should get it. I'm hoping. But you do have to respond to that message. It's working, yay! Finally. I'm so happy. Thank you for sharing. Alright, so I've done the top row. I'm going to come down here to the bottom. And I'm just going to place this down, straight down in, and just twist this off and hold it in place. And then start my poofs all over again. And again, I'm doing 12-inch poofs. And this is a fabric mesh that I got from a place in... Oh, I can hear my messenger thing going, so you guys are getting them. Unless somebody's sending me a message. Forgot what I was saying. Oh, where the mesh came from. It came from a place in Mississippi, I think, called TMI Gifts. And they have a website. They don't carry a whole lot of mesh, but they usually have really good sales on it. Matter of fact, I have to place another order with them. They just sent me a coupon, so I have to do that. Hi, Teresa. How are you? Hi, Robin. Yes, my live alerts should be working now that I know what the problem is. How's everybody doing? Those of you that are just coming in, how's everybody doing? Hi, Anna. Oh, thank you for sharing. Yes, please like and follow my page. I'm almost to 500. My goal was to get there for February, but I missed it by about, I think it was 6. So we're just going to keep going, and my next goal is 1,000. When I hit 1,000, I'm going to do a giveaway. Not sure what I'm going to give away yet, but I got time to think about it and plan it. I was thinking of doing a gift card, but I'm not sure. The temps here, it's cold, I know that. It was in the 40s today, I think. And tonight, I don't know, but it feels really cold. If I'm wearing my sweater, it's cold. Because I usually don't. Hi, Casey. I'll bet it's cold there. Our weather, it just keeps going up and down, up and down. Our trees, some of the trees are blooming already. I'm in North Carolina. More snow. Oh, keep it. You keep it there. I don't want any here. Although we did have snow flurries yesterday morning, I heard. It was really early in the morning, so I didn't see it, but I know at the beach they had a lot of snow. I think they got a couple inches of snow at the beach. Well, thank you for joining us, Marlene. This mesh came from a place called TMI Gifts, and it's a fabric mesh. Or no, I take that back. I'm sorry, I take that back. This mesh came from Carolina Pottery. The frame came from TMI Gifts. And the live alerts are working. I did start with the inside. I always start with the inside when I do poofs. I don't know why, I just do. Usually it's to keep it from snagging, but with this mesh you don't have to worry about snagging because it's a fabric mesh. 17 in Michigan. Ay, ay, ay. I don't miss those days. We used to live in New York, upstate, or well, not upstate New York, northern New York. Big difference. Yeah, I don't miss it at all. I will give you all a recap here in 1 second for everybody that just joined us. I'm almost done, and as soon as I finish this off, I'll give you all an update on what I'm doing and what I'm using tonight. I think I forgot to show everybody the bunny when I showed it the first time. Oh, 22. Yeah, that's too cold. Maine. Yeah, I remember those days. If you want to change it, I think you have to go out of the live. Go, just you have to go out of. Let me think, because I just did it the other day, when I was in a live. But that little thing will come up down in the right-hand corner, and you should be able to change it and then come back into the live. But I did have to go out of the live in order to do it. This frame is a 14-inch frame. It's a work frame. It's a little smaller than what a normal work frame is. Normally they're 15 inches. Yeah, I understand about the computers. Boy, it was driving me crazy trying to figure out why I couldn't get my live alerts to work, and then Lori explained it to us. And then it all made sense. Hi, Terry. Where are you at in North Carolina? My poofs are 12 inches tonight. All right, this is the last one here. Palm Beach, Florida. Yeah, it was chilly down there too. Thomasville, okay. Yeah, I'm in Rayford, near Fort Bragg. All right. So we've got all the poofs. I'm going to cut this off. It doesn't look like I need to do a third row, so thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. And I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put it down in here between some of these poofs. flip it over. Then I'm zip tying it to the frame. And I don't have any hand strength, so I have to use my pliers. Yes, I have seen that big chair. And I've seen the big dresser. That's in, I think I want to say High Point. It's been a long time, but I did see it once. Okay, so there's our Poofs. Yeah, furniture capital of the U.S. Alright, so there we go. Isn't that pretty? So the pink and the green match my sign, which is these 3 little bunnies. Sorry if there's a glare. Yeah, High Point. So they've got the dark pink, or yeah, the dark pink, hot pink on the outside, the lighter pink on the inside, then the lime green. Sign says welcome. I have my curls in lime green and hot pink, and then my ruffles are 20 inches, and those are in the metallic pink, light pink. So I'm going to do every other tie the ruffles, and then the other ties are going to be the curls. And then, move that out of the way. I've got these ribbons. This is the pink and green and white, and it's got a little bit of blue in there. And I have a pink. It's got circles all over it. Some green bunnies, well, green with white bunnies. And some pink and green crosses, stripes, diagonal stripes, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, the mesh is really nice. It's soft. All right, so there's that. And then our little bunny is going to go on top. She has a little pink tutu. She had surgery today, so she's all ready to go. And her little ballerina legs. I love this bunny. I almost don't want to use it, but that was the reason I bought it, so I guess I have to. All right. So I'm going to do the lighter pink. And these are 20-inch ruffles cut with 10-inch mesh. The bunny is adorable, isn't it? I love it. I bought the one pink one and then the white one. All right, so I'm going to ruffle these up. And pinch it in the middle. My tails are cut at 14 inches. And the bunny came from Big Lots. All right, so I'm going to start here with my ruffles. And I'm just putting it in the tie. And then I'm going to spread out the ruffles so that it looks like a flower. And then I'm going to skip over to the next one. So I always ask during my lives, anybody got any good plans for the weekend? Anything good coming up this week? I do that a lot, Terry. There's lots of stuff I don't want to use. I'd like to keep it, but then I gotta tell myself, what's the point in doing this if I'm not gonna sell it? I always say I'm gonna use it for my own wreath, and then I never do. Sign hunting, there you go, that'll work. I need to go to Sims Pottery. We have one here in North Carolina. It's about 3 hours from me. I need to go so bad because I need some supplies. But I just haven't been able to plan it yet. But I really want to go. I need some more pink mesh, and I can't find what I want online. Everybody's sold out of it, so I was hoping I could go there and get some. Where are you going to look for signs at? Just going all over, or somewhere specific? Well, you gotta get a tax ID. It's so easy to get too. It didn't take me long to get mine at all. Oh, are you? What part of North Carolina? Kathy said she was coming to North Carolina in August. What part? Gillsville is Georgia, right? That's where the other Sims is, isn't it? Inland? Do you know what areas? We're about 2 hours from the beach here. Yeah, Carolina Beach, or Carolina Pottery. Yeah, we have one of those here too. It's about an hour north of me. And then I usually go to the one in South Carolina when I'm at my daughter's, but that one's, it's still just about as, I mean, it's not an hour from her, but it's clear on the other side of her town. I used to love going to Carolina Pottery all the time. It's right at our outlets, so I love going out there, but I haven't been since we moved back. Oh yeah. Whoa. Yeah, I went to Hobby Lobby Monday, and they didn't have any at ours. And it wasn't on sale this week. But yeah, ours doesn't carry very much. They have a half an aisle of mesh, and it's most of it's not the good mesh, and they don't carry very many colors, variety of colors. The 10-inch mesh, it Sims, it depends on what which one you get, but they're regular mesh, I guess, that you would get from like Craft Outlet, that would be like $3.25. Theirs is $2 and I want to say 85 or 95 cents at Sims. There you go, you got it. Hi, Renee. All right, so I got the ruffles on the bottom. Let me cut off these frays. And if you wouldn't mind sharing, if you haven't already, I would appreciate it. When I started tonight, I had 494 likes. Yeah, I've not tried any of Sim's stuff yet, but I'm hoping soon because, like I said, I'd like to go. All right, so I'm going to start right here. Yeah, I got to get that tax ID. Like I said, it doesn't take very long. I want to say it took about, it was less than 2 weeks and I had mine. And I don't think you can do it online here. I don't remember. I don't think you can. I had to, well, no, I'm sorry. Yes, you can do it online, but they have to send everything to you. You don't get like, you don't get the paperwork on, you know, right then and there. Hey, Nathan. Nathan is my grandson, and there's my daughter. She is your server tonight, as she is every Wednesday. So if you have any requests, let her know. Hey, Sin. And I did get my alert bot working. So if you don't get alerts already and you'd like to, just type in alert or live here. And then you'll get a message from Messenger. And then respond to that message with yes. And you'll be all set. You'll get notified when I go live. If you have a food request, she will certainly try to fill that for you. There you go. Kathy wants some wine. Yeah, the office, the main office, I believe, is in Raleigh. It's at the, I can give you the information. I've got it here afterwards. I can send it to you if you want. Shoot me a message and let me know, and I'll send you the information. But it was the Department of Revenue. Nathan, we're at 500, honey. I made it to 500 tonight. Well, I believe I did. I'd have to look, but from the sound of it, it sounds like I did. I only needed 6 tonight. There you go. Rocky Mountain oysters. One, two, three, 4. This is the last ruffle. And I do just need to say this for anybody that might watch the replay on YouTube. Typing in the live alerts on there will not get you on the list. Unfortunately, you have to go to Facebook and do that. So if anyone watches the replay on YouTube, you will have to go onto my Facebook page and type in alert or live under this video. I get a lot of messages after I post them on YouTube for people who want the live alerts. And I haven't figured that one out yet, or if it's even possible on there. So I got to redo this ruffle. It's crooked. Thank you, Sherry. Hi, Lisa. My goal was to hit 500 in February, but we fell a little short. So my next goal is to hit 1,000. When I hit 1,000, I'm going to do a giveaway. My ruffles are 20 inches. Sorry, I always feel like I'm always clearing my throat. It starts out really cold up here when I start my live, and then back. Hi, Kathy. Thank you so much for joining. About a half hour in, I start burning up. And then my throat gets really dry. Alright, so there we go. We got the light pink in there. I know on camera it probably looks a little funky with those colors, but believe me, it'll all come together. Alright, so I'm going to do my curls next. I already have my bundles together. I have two 10-inch mesh, the lime green and the hot pink, and I just put them together, roll them up, put them together with pipe cleaner, and then I stick those in my ties. So these will go in the other ties that don't have ruffles in them. And then I just spread them out into an X pattern. And because the bunny is light and the sign is light, I'm not real worried about it making the mesh sink with it being a fabric mesh. But I had to use it because the colors were just perfect for it. Well, thank you for watching from Colorado. Yeah, you don't want the oysters? Oh, come on. How many? Norma, how many what? Tell me again. How many curls? Yeah, I know I have to drink. Thank you, Lisa. If you're asking how many curls, I have 9 of them, 9 bundles. Same with the ruffles, there's 9 of them. Cindy's got all the drinks lined up for us. I had a really pretty iridescent pink that I had used on a couple of other wreaths, but I ran out of it and everybody sold out of it. And I really like that. I've got a couple more Easter wreaths that have the signs that have It's all right. We're here, Deanna. But I have quite a few Easter signs still. But I probably need to do something other than pink. I should do these while drinking? I don't think so. You have no idea what the wreath would look like. I do sell on Etsy. That's where I sell all my wreaths. And my Etsy shop is the same as it is on here. It's Wreath Decor by Dawn. So it'd be etsy.com/shop/Wreath Decor by Dawn. Yeah, I don't have any light purple, unfortunately, either. So, like I said, I've got to go and get supplies. I've got a supply order online, and my cart right now is full. But I was hoping I could go to Sims and get it instead. But I don't know. I looked on their website, and some of the mesh I wanted on there was sold out. So I don't know if that just means they don't have it in the store at all, or if it's... Because sometimes I hear people say they have different, you know, they have more stuff in the store than they do online. So I don't know. I've never been, so. But I've got to find some more pink because I have some Mother's Day stuff I need it for. And you always need pink. I do. I shop at Craft Outlet all the time. But yes, they're sold out of it. The pink I want, they're sold out of. They have the heavy metallic pink, and I don't need that. I have that already. I want more of the iridescent. My curls are 10 inches long. The wreaths, the prices on the wreaths vary. It depends on what wreath. But if you check my Etsy shop, you'll see all the wreaths that are available. Yeah, all the prices just vary depending on what all you put into your wreath, how much you pay for your supplies. Hi, Nita. I'm sorry I missed your comment. Yeah, I checked, well, no, I didn't check Trendy Tree. I checked the other one, the Wreath Shop. Yes, 18 ties. The curls are 10 inches. There's 9 bundles in each one, so every other one. Hi, Susan. How are you? All right, that was my last curl. Wow, that went quick. All right, so there we go. We've got our curls and our ruffles in there with our poofs. The poofs are 12 inches, and it's a pink and green mesh, not paper mesh, fabric mesh. The light pink are ruffles, and those are cut at 20 inches. It's a 10-inch mesh cut at 20 inches. The curls are all 10-inch mesh cut at 10 inches long, bundled together and then put in every other tie. I have lime green and hot pink. And that all matches my sign, which is a little sign with bunnies, and it says welcome. So that'll probably go off to the side because this little cutie is going to sit somewhere in here. Oops, I don't want to snag her. And I am. It's getting snagged. I should have known. See if I could find that pink, light pink mesh with the white in it, the snowball or the snowdrift. That would have gone perfect with it because all her tutu has little white dots in it. But anyway, she's going to go on here. I don't want to put her on here now because she'll get snagged. But she's got wire in her ears. She's got her little pearls on and her pink sweater and then her tutu. And I took the bag of sand out of her bum and sewed her up. Let me put her back up here so she doesn't get caught or anything. In case you don't know, those little things that sit, they come with bags of sand from China. They send us their dirt. So I take those out because it weighs down the wreath and you don't want to add any more weight to it when you're shipping them. So I take it out and I fill it with stuffing, like regular pillow stuffing. I'm sorry if I'm missing any comments. Posts are delayed. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Sherry. Rio Grande Valley. Wow. Hi, Maryland. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Her bum. Yes, her bum. Her bum, their bums always get operated on before. I don't do it during my live. That's not what, y'all don't want to see that mess. Plus you'd have to watch me sew because I sew them back closed. That's no fun either. They do send us their dirt. We get dirt from China. Look, it comes in a little bag. Every single one of these little stuffed things I've done has all had that bag of dirt in it. It's actually crushed rock, but I call it dirt. Alright, so I'm putting my two pinks together, and I'm going to put these in with my curls. Exactly, we own a piece of China now, instead of the other way around. I probably could fill a sandbox with all the sand I've dirt I've taken out of them things. Thank you, Marilyn. Yeah. They got to get rid of that dirt somehow. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, let's send it back to them. Put it in a box and send it back. I gotta leave my scissors out. These things keep fraying. Yeah, I haven't found any use for it, so I just, I've been tossing them out, but I probably could use them for something. It's a bag of dirt. What am I going to do with this? I guess I could probably put it in, I don't know, it's so fine though, it would probably get all over the place, but I was going to say you could use it like, if you were going to put it in, to add down like a floral arrangement, to give it weight. But, I don't know if that would work. What did Cindy say? Make a wreath out of sandbags. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? They should pack the merchandise in diamonds, yeah. Alright, let's see. I don't want that there. Cindy, did you look to see how many people we have, or how many likes we have? Oops, wrong way. Those who don't know, Cindy is my daughter. She keeps everything in line for me. And then Nathan is in here somewhere. He's my grandson. And my grandson is the one who pushed me to start doing these lives, which I was uploading more to YouTube today, and I am at 13 videos. So I've done 13 weeks now of lives. I probably missed a week in between somewhere, I'm sure, but I have 13 videos, so that would mean I have 13 weeks. I don't think I did one the week of Christmas, so it's probably been a little longer. I know I started at the end of October. $16 likes this week. What's the total number though? Is it over 500? Should be by now. Yes, my grandson. He wants me to do lives on YouTube now too, but I haven't set that up. I gotta get a I use my phone for my videos right now, so I need to get my webcam going. Yes, he is a smart one. Yes, we made it to 500. Awesome. I figured we would. I was only 6 away when I started, so. Now on to 1,000. Oh boy, that one seems like it'll be a forever too. Maybe not. Never know, right? Hi, Kathleen. Oh, that's awesome, Deanna. What kind of wreath was it? Did you sell it? Yes, there's going to be a giveaway at 1,000. Did you sell it on Etsy or did you sell it in person? Thank you, Marilyn, for liking and sharing. If I didn't say that already, I'm sorry. That's awesome. Isn't that nice when you get that first one? And then the rest just seem to fall right in behind it. I remember when my first one sold, it was last August. We had just come back from vacation. And I was so disappointed when we were on vacation because I'd had my shop open for a couple months. Maybe, I think it was 2 or 3 months. And I hadn't sold anything. And while we were gone, we were out in Utah. We had gone for my nephew's wedding. And I was so disappointed that I hadn't sold anything. And was seriously reconsidering doing this. And we got home, and it was right after we got home that I had my first sale. And the rest of it just came right after, one after the other. Oh, that's awesome, a St. Patty's Day wreath. To a local business? That's good. Local business is even better. Because now people around you get your name out. That's fantastic. That's awesome. And the next one won't be far behind. You know, I don't even think about that, Robin. Honestly, I hadn't even thought about doing that. I know there's some people that put it on the back of signs, but you can't see the sign, the back of the sign on a wreath. So I've never put mine on there. Probably should find a way to do it though, huh? I send business cards with all my wreaths, but When I send out a wreath, they get a business card, they get a little note written on their receipt. I write a note on the inside flap of the box. They get a little note from me telling them how to get their wreath out of the box and how to take care of it. They get lots of little notes from me. I saw that, Susan. You sold 3 of them. Congrats. Oh, yeah, but now that you've sold your first one, things will change, Deanna. Don't get discouraged. I'm glad I stayed in it. It happens, believe me. Yeah, don't get discouraged, though. You have to get an if you don't have an Etsy shop, get an Etsy shop. It'll help. No, I haven't, Terry, but I've thought about doing that. Oh, I can't wait to see it, Susan, your logo. My daughter designed mine. She's good at all that stuff. I'm not. Oh, well, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you, Deanna. Don't give up. And if you have any questions, ask. I have no problem with that. All right, so I got the bottom done. I'm going to jump up here to the top. Oh, thank you. Like I said, my daughter, she designed it for me. Thank you, Courtney. Yeah, these colors are really pretty, aren't they? I feel like all my Easter wreaths are pink. Yeah, that's always a support system is really good. You got to have that. Because you can bounce ideas off of them. You can ask for suggestions and help. Oh, no problem. Anytime. You can message me anytime. I'm glad I could help. Okay, now y'all are going to make me blush. My face turns red. I'm going to blame y'all. You need help with business cards? I got mine through Vistaprint. If you've never used them before, you can get a really good deal on them. I think mine were $9.99 for 500. You have to watch for their, sign up for their website and they'll send you emails with all kinds of discounts. I want to make little postcards out of the notes I put into the wreaths when I send them that has all the instructions on them. We tried printing them and it just isn't working out that way, so I'd like to have them made so I can just put them in there. Yeah, Vistaprint has a lot of, yes, you can use your own logo. That's what I did. They have a lot of templates on there that allow you to put in all kinds of information. And it lets you preview it as you're going too, so you can actually see what each card what your card would look like. So if you didn't like that design, you just pick a different card, and it, all your information is still there, but it just shows it in a different card. So I like that because I went through quite a few cards. But don't make the mistake I made and put your phone number on there, your personal phone number. I wasn't paying attention when I was doing it. And I was just going by, filling out the information that they were asking for. And I don't have a separate business line, so I just use my cell phone. And I put my phone number on there, so all my business cards have my personal phone number on them now. But I used some whiteout, and you can't even tell now. But yeah, check them out. They have all kinds of stuff on there. You can get business cards, postcards, flyers. I don't know what their regular prices are after your initial, first order, but I've heard other people order from them that are pleased with their other products, so. That's fine, Josh. I understand it. People have things to do. Playing video games is really important. Instead of watching your mother create things. Was that guilt? Business name, I didn't have to file. Our state doesn't require you to have a business license unless you sell alcohol or own a storefront. I did have to get a DBA for my bank account though, which I got from my county. Actually just got it yesterday, once I figured out where to go. And your tax ID you get from your state, normally it's your Department of Revenue. At least ours is. Yeah, moms have a way of guilt, don't they? But yeah, check with your the place to start would probably be your city or your county, and they'd be able to tell you if you have to have a business license. Our state doesn't require it, though. The only reason I had to get the DBA was because the bank wanted it when I opened my account, since we don't have business license. Yeah, that has a way of changing the whole day, doesn't it? Thank you, Joanne, for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yes, please check out the replay. You'll see the finished wreath on there. I always post them afterwards. But thank you for joining us. Thank you, Susan. I work hard on that guilt trip. These wires in here are really thick for these ties. Try to get all my ribbons out. Material on each of these ribbons is different. One's got like almost like a linen. The other one's a little bit more like canvas. Just don't want to go the direction I want them to go. Now I'm putting the ribbons in every tie. I'm just alternating the patterns. I have, oh, this is my last one. I have 4 different ribbons, so I put 2 in one and 2 in the other, but every tie gets ribbons. Heck yeah, that's what we do. We have to do guilt trip now. And when they get older, they don't need you as much. They don't come around as much. They don't spend as much time with you. So you got to use guilt. Yeah, every tie. I have 2 pink in one, and then the pink and the green in the other one. Well, you're welcome. Okay, there's all the ties. And I'll have to go back and refluff some of those, because as I'm doing them, they get kind of wrinkled and pushed out of the way. Alright, so I'll fix all those as before I take pictures of it, of course. Alright, so that's done. Now, these ties are, you know what I forgot? Flex tubing. Do I want to add tubing to this one? Yes, I do. But I forgot to cut it. How do I forget that? Alright, so should I add flex tubing? You know I want to. No problem, we'll be here. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, everybody. All right, so I'm going to, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do the tubing, but I need to do it before I put everything on, because it has to be, oh, I need the, sorry for all the noise. I need my thing to make holes in the sign. You want to see how it's done? Okay, absolutely. Let me grab some colors real quick. They're in the closet. 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, I just got a case of it in too. Ordered it from the dollar store. All right. I'm going to move this out of the way for a second. Alright, I'm not going to use that because it's all messed up. We'll just throw that one away. Some of these are cut. They're too short. I like mine longer. I like them at 24 inches. So I'm going to have to grab another green. Sorry, one more second. All right. Sorry for all the noise. To make holes in the sign, I use this. I don't know if you can see it. It's called a beadsmith, or a metal. It's a small metal hole punch. You can find it in the jewelry section. Like I didn't find it at my Walmart, but some say you can get it at Walmart. You can also get it at Hobby Lobby. Any craft store has it that sells jewelry, and it's just like a little metal hole punch. It just leaves a small dot size hole. I don't know if you can see that real well. Little dot in the tin signs. The colors of tubing for the dollar store, they only had it in the spring colors, which is the green, the pink, the yellow, and the blue. So they're the almost the pastel colors, but they're not pastel, they're bright. The only thing I don't like about theirs, their tubing's not bad. It's just that sometimes, because the way they fold it, you get these kinks. And that can be a real pain. Alright, so I need to do 8, and you don't want to pull it too much when you're cutting it because it stretches. And you'll end up with all kinds of different lengths if you do. You're sweet, Deanna. Thank you so much. Yeah, they will have the red, white, and blue in the summertime. Usually in my store, though, they go quickly, so ordering them online is usually the best way to go. Because you can get a case. You get a case of, I think it was 36. You don't get to pick which colors. They put all the colors in, so you never know how many you're going to get of each color. In this box that I just got today, there was a lot more pink than anything else. This hot pink, which is okay. I mean, I'll use it. Doesn't matter. Good night, Robin. Thank you so much for coming and joining me. Alright, so I cut the first one to 24 inches, excuse me. And then I just used that one to measure the rest of them. This one's got a kink right in the middle, so I'm not going to use that. I don't even know how many I've cut, so. But these colors, they all go really well. But I don't have any issues. I've ordered flex tubing from Craft Outlet and the Wreath Shop. And theirs comes, of course, in bigger bundles. These are, I want to say 12. Yeah, these are 12 yards. The ones you get from like Craft Outlet and the Wreath Shop are, I think, 30 yards. So you get a lot more. Of course, you pay a lot more for theirs. These ones are only $1. And I think for theirs, I want to say it's $6 and change. Not positive though. Alright, so let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, so I need 4 more of those. Whoops. I guess I need the one that I cut. So there's 1. 2. See, y'all learning, I know how to count, right? Yes, they do have the cute, yeah, ours didn't have very many of the signs. I've seen a lot of the signs that other people have got from there, but ours didn't seem to have a lot this year. I think that was 4. I don't remember now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, there we go. We got the green. Let me throw that down there and I'll pick it up later. Yeah, ours, sorry, I know that noise is probably irritating. Ours didn't, they put their stuff out really late this year. It seemed like it was a lot later than it was last year. And we don't have very much this year. I don't know what the deal is. But I did go when they first put it out and I bought all the flex tubing that they had. So I'm sure people who went in there after me were not pleased, but I was one of those people this year. I went and bought it all. The Dollar Tree mesh, no, it is not very good. If you're just starting out and you want to praise really bad, that's been my experience with it. And that was, I haven't bought any this year, but last year, yes. Yeah, it is. It's just really thin and it frays. Oh, I hate when I get to an end and it's messed up right there. All right, I can't use this piece. So we'll cut that off. Usually I don't have that much trouble with their tubing. I should have had one of y'all count for me because I can't count and talk at the same time. Lost my end. There it is. You talking about the mesh is rough and thin? Their ribbon is, yeah, their ribbon is, some of it's okay. But it can be thin too. And I don't like, their mesh that is, like satiny. I don't care for satin anyway, even though I've used it a couple. I use it quite a bit actually, but I don't like satin. It just doesn't, when you're trying to get them to go in the wreaths and trying to put them where you want them, they just don't stand up very well. But yeah, they're, yeah, when I made my very first wreath, well, it was actually my second. I call it my first because it was the first one that came out. My very first wreath was actually a candy cane wreath that I made and hated it and took it apart. So then my next wreath, which was actually just over a year ago, I think, was an Easter wreath. And I used Dollar Tree stuff, the mesh and their ribbon. And It's actually up there on the wall. So I still have it, but I used all Dollar Tree materials. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. That one's going to be a little short, but we'll see if it works. The mesh would be good to try if you're first learning. I mean, because you can use it to practice like your ruffle techniques and your curls and that. But it's gonna fray. It's gonna fray a lot. I'm gonna cut one extra just in case that one doesn't work out. All right, there's my tubing. So I'm gonna put all this over here. And I'm going to put one of each color in each tie. All right, and the way I do mine is I get them lined up. I fold them in half. Fold them in half again. Pinch it in the middle and I twist. And it gives me a little bow. I don't know if you can see it. And then I put that in the tie. That's how I do mine. So we'll do it again. Take two, line them up, and usually I try to do it so that the colors alternate. Fold it in half, fold it in half again, pinch it in the middle, and then twist. I don't know why, but I always twist my ties 3 times. Just habit. Could be OCD too. Could be. Although I don't feel like I'm OCD, but I guess on some things I am. Just not everything. Dad has to go my husband has to go take his work truck tomorrow to the Chevy dealer, Cindy. So guess what he's going to look at for me while he's there? You're OCD, Deanna? I probably am on some things. I don't think I am on everything, but I do have certain ways of doing certain things. And I don't usually, yes, he's going to look. I told him what to look at, so he's going to look while he's there. He's got to sit there while they work on his anyway. So he's going to get me some prices and let me know how much my car is going to be. Yeah, I wish it was a Corvette, but it's not going to be a Corvette. No, I want a new car. I don't want the payments, and I don't want my insurance to go up, but I need a new car. My car is a 2004. We have a tendency to keep cars forever. But I need a new car. It's time. Mine is rusting from being up north. Every time I close my car door, a piece falls off. But it runs, so I don't have a problem with it at the moment, but I do need a new car, and everyone keeps telling me I need to get one. But I'm just cheap. I don't want a car payment. I haven't had a car payment in forever. Both of our cars have been paid off for quite a while. I just don't want another $400 or $500 payment. But I have to do it eventually, so he's going to look for me tomorrow and get me some prices so I can at least ask the insurance guy how much it's going to cost me. Oh, really? You got an Audi? Audi? Is it an Audi? Audi. I think that's how you say it. Audi. It sounds like I'm saying an Audi. I have a weird way of saying things. Yeah, I want a Chevy Traverse. I've looked at them quite a bit online, and I've read good things about them. And I need, we have an SUV now. We have a Ford Expedition, and my mom has a scooter, so I have to have something that I can transport her scooter around with me. Or I have to have a hitch of some kind so that we can get one of those hitches or trailers that goes on your hitch for her scooter. Because right now we just keep it in the back of the Expedition because there's plenty of room. We don't have any little kids. But I know I'm not going to be able to do that with a Traverse. Yeah, I can use part of it for business, but I don't put a lot of miles on a vehicle anyway. But a tank. Yeah, I like having the SUV, but I want something a little bit smaller, but it still has to hold. I have 5 grandkids down in South Carolina, so if they are here, I need to be able to put them all in the car to either take them home or pick them up, or even just to drive around. It's, it's bad enough that if we all get together, we have to take, separate vehicles anyway, but if the kids are here for a weekend or a week in summer or whatever, I like to be able to have room for all of them in the car, plus us. And right now we can do that, but the Traverse says that it holds 7 passengers. I know there's some that have 8. So I don't know. I just need to check it out. I want a new car. I just don't want to pay for a new car. Who does, right? It's hard when you haven't had a car payment in a long time. That means there's less wreath supplies that I can buy if I have to make a car payment. That's my thinking. But it's got to happen eventually, so. But he's going to look tomorrow while he's sitting there waiting. He'll stroll the lot for me and give me an idea if it's going to be too expensive or not. Because I don't want to pay $40,000 for a car. That's not going to happen, sorry. Not in my lifetime. Can't do that. Wow, a Hummer too? My mom would love that. She always wanted a Hummer. Thank you, Susan. I had to add flex tubing, so I had to cut that. So I'm adding that all in now. All right, couple more. We're talking about cars. I need a new car. I just don't want car payments. When it's for me, I'm usually pretty cheap. Does anybody else do that? When it comes to buying for yourself, you're cheap, but buy for somebody else. And then it's not a problem. Yeah, I got one too. I got a case of it, came last night actually. I just opened it this morning. I ordered that and a box of frames. Case of frames. I'm almost out of my tinsel ties that I got from Walmart at Christmas though. I was going to use green ones on this one and do my own frame today, but I didn't have enough. I was really disappointed in that because I like those tinsel ties. I like using those over pipe cleaners. Are you trading your car in this weekend? Buy a Jeep? I used to want the Jeep, what was it? The Jeep, for years and years and years I wanted the Pathfinder. Then I wanted the Jeep. And now I'm stuck on the Traverse. But then I might go and find something else, so. Isn't that the truth? I know I buy my, when it comes to myself, I buy my shirts at Walmart. My husband needs clothes, I go to Kohl's. Alright, flex tubing's in, now I can move on. Alright, now I feel better. Isn't that weird? It seems to throw everything off if you don't put the tubing in there. Alright, so I'm going to cut. I don't need any more of these ties up here on top, and they're really long, so they're going to get in the way of my sign and my bunny rabbits. So I'm going to cut these down some. And I've already tied them a couple of times, so. Honda Pilot. I think any SUV is going to guzzle gas, though. Mine does. I have a Expedition. Alright, so I'm going to cut these down. And I'm leaving just enough there so you can see it. I don't I don't fold my ties down when I'm using this kind of frame, because I think it just adds to it. But if I were using pipe cleaners, then I would probably cut those down and roll them so you wouldn't see them. Yeah, I got a couple of shirts from them the other day, and I think they were like $5 a piece, and I think they're really comfortable. This is a Walmart shirt, and this is one of my favorite shirts. Ask my daughter, she tells me I wear it all the time. I'll have to take a look at them. I don't know anything about Honda. We've, alright, that's all of them. We've owned Fords before. My husband owned a Chevy before. Our last, the car I had before this one was a van, and it was a Dodge, and I wouldn't buy another Dodge van, that's for sure. We had two, I think there was two of them, and they both had transmission problems. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, my daughter's was the same way. Did you really? I only have so many shirts. It's like, you know, eventually you're gonna see the same shirt in a video, so. I don't have enough to wear a different shirt every time I do a video. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how I do the sign. So the sign is, I think it's an 8-inch sign. And I'm going to put it off to the side there, and then the bunny's going to sit on the other side. Doggone it, I did it again. Trying to do it so I don't snag her every time I... Yeah, I think she's going to sit like this. Alright, so the sign isn't that big and it's not that heavy, so I don't think I need 4 things. Sorry, I got to put glasses on. So you just take this little thing here. And I'm going to try not to get too close to the corner edge, but... And you just pop it in there. And it creates a little hole. Oh, you can't see it. That hole's so tiny you can't see it. And there it goes. So we got 2 holes in there that quick. Whoops. And I'm going to use my silver wire for this. Hi Emma, how are you? Thank you for joining us. If y'all wouldn't mind sharing and liking my page for me. We just hit 500 tonight, likes. I really appreciate all your help. My next goal is to hit 1,000, and when I do, I'm going to have a giveaway. So I will have more information on that as we get closer to the 1,000. Alright, and I cut probably way too much wire, but that's alright. I want to make sure it goes through the mesh. And I'm going to attach it directly to the frame. So I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm just going to feed it through here. Thank you. The sign came from a Personally Yours. She has an Etsy shop. She's also on Facebook. And it's all one word. Personally, L-E-E, Yours. And she sells these signs and a lot more. I buy a lot of my signs from her. just want to say, because I do put my videos on YouTube, anyone who is watching this in a replay, I appreciate you watching, for one, and two, the live alerts only work on Facebook. So if you want to get live alerts, look for this video on my Facebook page, and you can type in alert and you'll get notified when I go live. And the reason I say that is because I've gotten a lot of messages in the last couple of days since I've been uploading all my videos to YouTube, where people have been asking about getting my live alerts. Alright, so I have this little needle that I use. It's a long, I got it in the yarn section at Hobby Lobby. And this one's a metal one. I have a plastic one too. It helps to get this stuff through the mesh and down to the frame. If I just did the wire is really thin, so it would bend as it goes down, and it takes a lot longer. So I just put this around here, drop this down into the mesh, and I can hear it hitting my mat here. So I just pull it, and then I'm going to tie it right around the, well, now it's stuck on something now that I said that. Let's try again. There it goes. Just got to pull it a little harder. So that's going to sit right there. Let me unhook this and do the other end. And I can hear the alert thing going off. That's good. That means it's working and y'all are getting your notes. When you get the message, you have to respond to the message. Just type in yes, and then you'll be on the alert list. But you do have to respond to the messenger. Hear it going? All right. So that's in there. See that silver wire? You can't hardly see that. Usually I put pipe cleaners on the back and do it that way, but this is working out better. Alright, so now that's on there. I have to take the wires that I put through, and I'm going to feed it into, so there's a wire on either side of the frame, and I'm going to attach it to the frame. And let's see if I can do this without looking. These wires are really thin. Thank you all. Alright, and I want to pull it, but I don't want to pull too tight that it smashes my mesh. I don't want it to do that. So I'm going to twist it around a couple of times, and then I'll leave it, and then I'll tighten that all up tomorrow when I get done and take pictures, get ready to take pictures. I do my pictures on my front door, so I do it in the daytime when I have the best light. And then I list it on my Etsy shop from there. Usually by the end of the day I try to have it up. Sometimes it doesn't always work, but I try. Alright, I'm just trying to get this wire around the frame. And there it goes. Now I'm stuck on it. Alright, and then I'm going to pull it down just a little bit. There it goes. And then twist it. Yep, there's my Etsy shop. I do have some wreaths available on there now. All my Easter ones, except for my grapevines, have sold. Well, no, I take that back. My last week's I haven't sold yet. The one I did with the top hat sign. Alright, so there's the sign. Let's see, can you see that? I know there's probably a glare from my lights. There's that. And now I'm going to put Little Miss Bunny. And I will fold these ties right here down because this is where she's going to sit. And I don't want them to stab her. But anyway, if you weren't here earlier, these come with the bag of crushed rocks inside of them. There's the bag of rocks. I call it dirt from China because that's where it comes from. I take that out. I cut the seam open, take it out, fill it back in with some stuffing, and then I sew it back up. Some people don't sew it, they just glue it. I sew it, then I glue the seam because I don't want that to ever come back out. And then I put my pipe cleaner through here so I can attach it to the frame. I only put the one pipe cleaner on there. I used an ice pick. I have not done any craft shows. I am considering doing one in May though. I've been asked if I want to do one in May. And I've never done it, so I don't know if I want to or not. I'm kind of going back and forth. One part of me says yes, do it. The other part says no, why? Alright, so I'm going to put another pipe cleaner on her back of her head. She doesn't have any seams back here, and I usually like to do it through the seam. So I'm just going to have to put a hole in the back of her head and put the pipe cleaner in there. But I want to see where I'm going to put her first. So once I get her little tushy in, then I'll worry about her head. So once I put her down, I need to make sure that she's going to stay there because her tutu is going to snag if I keep pulling her off. So I'm going to lift her thing up just so I can see. And I think she's going to fit right there. So she's sitting in, and see, it snagged anyway. Oh yeah, I hate that. I should have known better. Alright. Anyway, she's going to sit in the ties because that's where the little indent is. So she's going to, her butt will sit there and her head will sit there. So I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and feed it down through here on either side of the tie. And I might have to get my little needle out and do this part too. Nope, maybe not. There's an opening right there. And I want to make sure she's attached to the frame itself. Yes, we're going to do a craniotomy or a lobotomy or whatever you want to call it. We're going to do it. The craft show that they're having, it's an autism event. And they asked me to donate a wreath to auction off, and I agreed to that. And then they asked me if I wanted to do a booth. And I'd like to because we live in a military town, so military wreaths would be really good. Autism wreaths would be really good. I don't know. I'm thinking really hard about it. And the fee wasn't that high either, which is good. Alright, so now her little tutu, I'm going to have to fold down. Oh, I hate when it snags. But there's nothing I can do to stop that. That's going to happen because it's... Alright, I'm going to fold the back down so that it fans out a little bit. Just don't want it to rip her tool on her tutu. Alright, I'm going to use the scissors. There we go. Once I get this laid where I need it to go, it'll be alright. It's just getting it there. Alright, there we go. Now, there, let's lay it down. There it is. Okay. And I don't know what that beeping sound was, but oh, hang on a second. My thing says low battery again. Why does it do that? It's plugged in. I'm sorry, you're getting a close-up. Okay. Hopefully it stays on. I have it plugged in and it showed it was charging, so I don't know why it shows it's not now. There we go. Yeah, I know that. Alright. I'm going to get my ice pick. And her head is... I'm just taking it and making a hole in the back, going in one side and coming out the other, leaving a little bit there so it has something to grab onto. And then I'm going to put the pipe cleaner in that same hole. So I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just making it big enough that I can get this in here. And it goes right through. So I will twist this off. That's cool how it does that. I've seen that on other people's lives now. Whenever you put in those website, it brings up that GIF. It had never done that before. That's interesting. Something new all the time, I guess. Alright, so now I'm going to do the same thing. Put this pipe cleaner down, but I'm going to use my needle this time. Because it's going to go through the ruffle and the other mesh. There it goes. All right. Get that off of there. And this is going to be the last part. So once I get this on here, we are all done. And I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. If you haven't liked or shared my page yet, if you would do so before we end, I would really appreciate that. We've met our goal of 500, and I'd like to reach 1,000 next. When I do, I'm going to have a giveaway, and everybody will be eligible to enter on through Facebook. All right, there we go. She's in there now. Just have to get this needle out. It's hard to do when you're doing it blind, but if I flip it over, then everything's gonna just get stuck together. Thank you guys for the hearts. I appreciate that. All right, there we go. I wish her whiskers had wire in them because I'd like them to stand out a little bit. You can't hardly even see them on her face. But I love her little pearls and her sweater. Yes, 500 is a lot, Nate. Thank you, baby. All right, guys, there it is. Her ears do have wire in them, so... And I will put her legs, I will probably tack, after I unsnag that, I will probably give her a little ballerina stand, stance. I don't know. I'll probably tack her leg like this or something, so they're not just hanging down there. All my other ones, they just kind of hang down there, so I'd like to give her a little bit of character. That's what we'll call it, character. Thank you, I appreciate it. If y'all have any questions about any of this tonight, you can send me a message. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. I appreciate y'all coming and spending your Wednesday night with me. And you can find this video on my Facebook page after tonight, and you will find it on YouTube tomorrow. So if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. And there we go. Sorry, I know there's a glare with the sign. There's always a glare with the sign. I gotta remember which direction I can move. There we go. How's that? That's better. Eventually I'll figure it out. So, that's it. Spraying with Mod Podge. Yeah, I'll have to give that a try. Yes, please like and share. And you can like and share it even on the replay. You can also sign up for the live alerts on the replay, except if you're on watching this on YouTube. So that's it. Any questions before we go? Cindy, thank you so much again. Nathan, thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to put my ice pick away. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, Pamela. I appreciate it. You guys have a good night. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. We will be back again at 8 o'clock. Good night, Susan. Thank you. Y'all have a great weekend, too. Stay warm if you're in those cold areas. I know I will. So, but thank you all for joining me. Have a good night.